Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, featuring today a 1 vs 1. Yes, indeed, on Sturzdorf. Yes, yet to find a good 2 vs 2, I fear. But I shall keep looking, my good viewers and subscribers and fans. I shall keep looking. In the meanwhile, you shall be seeing playing solo. Ow? I'm not entirely sure what sort of thing he's trying to sort of pull off here. Nonetheless, fighting for the Americans, fighting for the United States, fighting for the 28th Infantry Division somewhere in the Rheinland-Pfalz region. Exciting, yes and no. Opposing him, TLB Company Fuse 2, first quarter 2013. Clearly someone's excited as well. That's all nice and dandy, although this is actually Vlad. Yes, I know, Vlad, not the Impaler. Starting out with 2 Schwimmwagens, yes indeed, not 1 but 2 Schwimmwagens, and a Panzergrenadiers squadron immediately following up on that. And then a structure, it would seem like, in fact, a Logistik Company. So clearly Vlad, not the Impaler, is trying out something slightly different here. And who shall Vlad be fighting for? Well, let's just say he's fighting for the jolly good old 107th Panzer Brigade. In the meanwhile, points are being secured. Panzergrenadiers are building, and engineers are seizing. Seizing. Also, next week we should be seeing the E3 go off, and hopefully some details on coming views too, perhaps even a trailer. Also, I should have been able to get enough sort of British replays to actually do something on Monday for the Monday Novice Fight to sort of look at British beginnings. So look forward to that as well. Little novices, look forward to that as well. And of course, again, great big thanks for the 2100 subscribers. I'll get around to a double cast after my exams are over. But of course, don't feel free to keep on subscribing. Feel free to tell your friends and so on, so they can subscribe as well, you know. The more the merrier, and of course, the larger this channel becomes, the more likely THQ is to give me some benefits, I wager. And expressing the Schwimmwagen suddenly getting forced back as the engineers advance. Sadly, no one ever thought to give the Schwimmwagen a gun. Meanwhile, we are seeing a dual scout car move right there from Company Fuse 2, or let's just call him Vlad, since we know he's Vlad. And there we go, first scout car arrives. Panzergrenadiers fighting off against the riflemen. Quickly, though, getting outgunned. Not really looking too well. Empty oil drums, not necessarily providing the best of cover. And there we go, pushed back. Scout car pushes forward. What shall happen? Oh dear, Schwimmwagen coming under heavy fire. Save him, Vlad, save him. No. Oh dear, you lost that Schwimmwagen, didn't you, Vlad? Yes, indeed you did. Tragic, scout car moves in, but it is simply too late. It had to watch as the Schwimmwagen crashed and burst into flames in front of its very eyes. Tragic, horrific. It looks like he's going for the increased squad sizes upgrades next. Already barely in infantry, but he's already increasing their squad sizes. Clearly Vlad has something in mind, but it's also a wee bit aggressive, to put it mildly. Scout cars in the meanwhile continue to perhaps find some Americans they can deal with a bit more easily on their own. Also note, the scout car actually does more damage than an infantry half tank, but as you might have noticed, it's very sort of slow in turning about that machine gun to actually hit anything. So in that sense, there's some slight issues. Panzer is taking up position right here in the building to deny it to the riflemen. That's not a bad move, although the scout cars then really need to push on, sort of take the advantage of this. And there we go, dual scout cars opening up on the riflemen. Panzer is firing away as well. Heavy damage. Oh dear, down to half health, 5 men. But these Panzer aren't doing too well either. They need to retreat, hold out. And there we go, full retreat. When in the meanwhile, the riflemen are occupied, taking up position in the buildings, which actually gives that poor unfortunate Panzer Grenadier some time to escape. Very close. Scout cars then proceed to run into the scout cars, firing away with their dual MG42s. Well, not dual, but you know, both the MGs. Engineers pushed away, riflemen pushing onwards. Panzer is moving in, and there we go, 4-man squads. Definitely increases the size, and of course makes essentially the 255 manpower pretty much a bargain in that sense, although again it's going to be hell to reinforce. And there we go, BARs already for playing solo, barely, not even 5 minutes, and this fellow has BARs. That's quite a lot of firepower. But again, it is really going to do some damage to those scout cars, but also the Panzergrenadiers. So I mean, it's not completely hard to understand why he's doing this. He's probably certainly not expecting some sort of heavy armored car rush anyway, since of course the increased quarters of course means he's been spending resources on that. But we are seeing more Panzergrenadiers coming out. And there we go, Riflemen charging up, although they have to be careful. I mean, Panzergrenadiers are not to be messed with, in particular with support. And there we go, the Riflemen are simply getting torn up, although they did manage to slightly suppress the Panzergrenadiers, who are now being equipped with a Gewehr 43. Interestingly enough, Vlad did not have a Gewehr 43 earlier. One wonders what he's been spending some of that munitions on. Mines going down, not bad, but of course the Schwimmwagen sees all and tells all. And there you go, the scout cars rather making this a bit of a messy venture. Setting off the mine. Hooray! More Panzergrenadiers arriving for Vlad. The Americans probably getting some more riflemen. No, they're getting a triage center. Or are they also getting more riflemen? Yes, indeed. Mehr Rifle. Okay, there. No, there's quite a force. Will Vlad react to this, or will he ignore it? What will he do? What will the good Sir Vlad do? Get more Panzergrenadiers, it seems like, but nothing else.
We can now booby trap buildings to confound the enemy.
Looks like though he's gone for scorched earth. Interesting move considering what his opponent has done, but let's see how that actually works out. Of course, he's planning on booby traps, so that's definitely going to make things a bit more difficult for the Americans. But beyond that, so let's see how this actually works out. More Panzergrenadiers, defensive operations up. Panzergrenadiers securing this structure, and they've got attacking the riflemen. Some are out of cover, which is definitely to the advantage of the Panzergrenadiers. Others are intercepting as the Americans move in to reinforce from the building. Although only 3 Panzergrenadiers 43s. Scout cars have gotten logistic upgrades, are securing points up here, but these Panzergrenadiers do need support. And these chaps inside the house are not looking too well either. Rifle here, moving close. Don't get too close. There's too much fire. And there we go. I mean, note how quickly the riflemen there are going down, taking heavy losses down to 2 men, and then the others are left. But oh dear, now these Panzergrenadiers are caught on the wrong side. Things are quickly changing. Lots of men are going down. And there we go. Vlad, realizing he can't win this, pulls a swift retreat for all of them. Though he's also gained some veterancy in the process, which is definitely also to his advantage. Might be an idea to actually get some offensive veterancy, and there we go. Offensive veterancy essentially means they fire faster and are more accurate. Which means that essentially they'll be killing more Americans faster. So that's a good move, I would say. Americans could perhaps benefit from actually using cover. Be careful. And there we go. Mines down. Lovely to see mines. Great. That's definitely going to be a problem for Vlad, since his Schwimmwagen is not supporting his infantry advance. And there we go. Mine hit. Several mines down, in fact. And there we go. Pretty heavy loss. I mean, 1 man down, and the rest are close to death as well. The rest are moving up here. 8 Panzergrenadiers versus 12 riflemen. But again, you know, cover and of course standing still means incendiary grenades right on the riflemen, actually doing quite a bit of damage, but they are charging right at the veteran ones. And we're seeing grenades from Mr. playing solo, or whatever solo, we'll just call him solo. Some pretty nasty losses on both sides, but looks like Vlad will be winning this. Meanwhile, we are seeing the Schwimmwagen continuing to sort of seize territory on the fringes of American territory, with more Panzergrenadiers on the way. Scout cars still securing resources, giving Vlad quite a bit of munitions actually, and also quite a bit of fuel. But he might want to sort of spend some resources, get something else sooner or later. Would definitely benefit him. Looks like he's booby-trapping this structure. Will the Americans react? Will they go into the building? And there we go, moving in. And will the American, of course, suspect there are booby traps in this building? Will they suspect that the booby or the donuts have been mined? Who knows? And there we go, dodging a grenade. Lovely. Oh, another grenade. Will Vlad? No, dear, he didn't. But the Panzer Brigade actually didn't suffer so much this time around. Though looks like they are pulling out. And then we go, a Kampfgruppe company up for Vlad now. Quite interesting. What shall he be getting from that? Fieldcraft upgrade and going for the Panzer command. Of course, what does Fieldcraft do? Allows them to spot mines if they stand still, which can definitely help, but also, of course, take points faster. So, of course, he doesn't want to rely fully on his Schwimmwagen to take territory, so that's not a bad upgrade at all. Some mines, booby traps going off there. Ooh, scorching several Americans. Panzergrenadiers push on. Mine down right there. And airborne have been arriving with recoilless rifles. More grenades. And incendiary grenades. Ooh, this could actually set off the mine if he's not careful. Even more Panzer grenades are arriving. Pushing onwards for the fatherland. More incendiary grenades going off. Mine very close to detonating, but I fear it won't do much there since most of the anyone near it are in fact gone from it. And there we go, the final airborne being pushed out. A successful counterattack by the Panzergrenadiers of the Panzer Brigade, the 10th to 8th Infantry Division, not really having much luck so far. Still, they are doing some damage. They're still holding most of the map, but they are taking some losses of quite some significance to the Panzergrenadiers. And we are seeing assault rifles being equipped for these 4-man squads, which is definitely going to be very painful, since of course, unlike stormtroopers, you will be getting 4 assault rifles then for 75 munitions, which is quite a bit of firepower in such few hands.
Roadblocks are now at our disposal.
So we are seeing riflemen pushing up towards the center, hoping to stop the advance of the brigade. Although, interesting enough, he's not really going for much else. He's not gotten... I don't think he's gotten any engineers anymore either. Wait, there we go. But still, a medic station would really benefit him, you know. Attrition always matters. Of course, perhaps also consider getting some vehicles against this, since it should be clear that Vlad is going pretty heavy anti-infantry. In that case, going for some anti-armor might help Mr. Oh, wait, it's actually time to shift. My apologies, but it might benefit Solo right there if he got some armor. Grenades getting locked. Riflemen taking heavy losses as they are in no cover. There we go. Ooh, almost got that assault rifle squad. Second wave of the 28th Infantry Division troops arrive, heading the Panzergrenadiers from out of cover. You know, remember to stand still. Your troops are much more accurate. Ooh, grenades going off. One more Panzergrenadier down, but not quite heavy losses beyond that. But quickly now, of course, Solo needs to retake territory and do as much damage, make it as hard as possible for Vlad to break out again. But looks like Vlad already has all 4 base buildings. Pretty swiftly, in fact. So, of course, the question becomes, what exactly does he want?
Ready for battle.
Let's just speed this up a bit. Right, points are being secured. And then we got another advance from Vlad. Panzergrenadiers charge in. Madly. Ooh, offensive veterancy and already veterancy too for these chaps. Oh, these riflemen need to get out of there. Suppressing the Panzergrenadiers. Good move with suppressive fire. Forcing away these Panzergrenadiers. And these airborne have also managed to secure. And there we go. More rifle moving up. More BAR fire. Panzergrenadiers caught out in the open. And running straight into their own incendiary grenades. That's less great. Less great at all. Oh, nasty losses right there. But looks like Vlad won this fight. Gewehr 43 is providing fire support as the assault rifles move up. Not a bad tactic at all. Now they do encounter a bit more resistance, and are certainly finding themselves a bit more delayed. Mind you, not using this house is not necessarily going to be the best thing. I mean, there's only one window there, really, and of course on the other side there's none. So there, of course, he does realize he quickly needs to get out, and even then, it's getting incendiary grenaded. Come on, Solo. Forwards. Although he is actually doing quite an excellent job at draining Vlad of victory points, and in that sense, while he's certainly losing in terms of troops, in terms of territory, he's still, you know, trading that away nicely. That's probably why he's losing so many men. Hang on. Back to the action. That was just my mother calling. Mortar half-track, though, has gone up, and essentially the mortar half-track was actually the sort of usually what the Panzer Brigade usually would have had in terms of artillery. The Panzer Brigade was essentially sort of a more of a Kampfgruppe formation that was actually designed for the Eastern Front, basically sort of quickest moves, quickest formations to sort of attack a Soviet spearhead, since the Soviet spearheads usually were quite far ahead and the Soviets didn't have as much in terms of radios and sort of tactical communication. So a German counterattack there could usually do a lot more damage. Didn't really work against the Americans since they had much more radios and such, which rather limited the effectiveness of the Panzer Brigades. But we are seeing the rifle moving up there.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Getting caught right between everything. Assault rifles and Panzergrenadiers 43's dual offensive veterancy, lovely. We are seeing a quick shift there towards these, trying to go for the fuel point. A few Panzergrenadiers caught off there. Oh! Incendiary mines! Nasty that one. Of course, the Americans are going to be forced to run through that, and they are. Already note, I mean, down to half health. Just through incendiary mines. Very clever that, Vlad. Very clever. And more incendiary gets more fire. Oh! Oh dear, these Panzergrenadiers took heavy losses, and now they're forced to retreat right through it. This could be the end. Yes, indeed. And Vlad did lose a full squad of Panzer Grenadiers right there with assault rifles. Though he certainly also managed to really do a lot of damage to the rifleman right there. Although again, that can be fixed with the triage center. Tank deeper up for Vlad. I mean, for Solo, not Vlad. Vlad is not Solo. Of course, Vlad is quickly mounting a counterattack. Panzer Grenadiers shifting through the streets.
Got the objective.
And the rifle now quickly running back, where this could end up very nastily. Oh dear, this is just a massacre.
Our forces are taking casualties.
Two BRs left behind. That's quite a bit of firepower for these Panzer Grenadiers.
Air support is asking for
Quite a blow, but we are seeing a strafing run as well. Ooh, he could do a bit here with one. Come on, strafing run. They're taking points, so they are more vulnerable. Yes, indeed. And there we go. Ow, didn't get that much damage done to them. Only 2 down, but the rest are pinned.
Forward supply lines are broken.
We are seeing fresh Panzer Grenadiers arriving, others moving out.
Sector being captured.
Of course, the question is what we'll see, but I imagine we might actually be seeing a Sherman since there's nothing else really coming out. No tank destroyers. No anything. And of course, it might be an idea for these airborne to actually try and secure the BAI. Oh, if they could. Perhaps then some of the other riflemen. Grenades getting lobbed. Oh, yeah, these airborne are quickly losing out to the assault rifle equipped Panzer Grenadiers. Of course, that mortar half-track is still a pretty vast issue. And there we go, large assault. Oh, getting suppressed. Gewehr 43 salvo. Although the others are running into a bit of a problem again. Oh, assault rifle sneak in from the corner. Getting up close with rifleman right away. Others moving in from the flank. Looks like the assault of Solo went badly. And there we go, to those Sherman on the way. The M4 Sherman, workhorse of the American Armored Divisions. Pretty much the only tank they really had. The large stage of the war. Speeding up a bit, and let's go have a look at Vlad again. We're getting ready to call in a Panther group, which is really bad news for the Sherman. There we go, Sherman arriving, opening up on the Panzer Grenadiers. They need to get away. There we go, 2 men down, Sherman advances. Booby trap goes up, oh, 1 airborne down. Clearly a screaming eagle. More Panzergrenadiers going down to the Sherman. Mortar half-track and Schwimmwagens retreating as well, realizing they cannot stand up to the might of this Sherman. Ooh, more booby traps. Oh my goodness. Oh, and an incendiary trap. That's pretty ingenious. Although he clearly should have placed it over here so the air riflemen would have run into that then. But still, oh my goodness, they're almost dead. They're actually still burning. Ow. One would think Vlad was a pyromaniac with all these incendiary traps and booby traps. But there we go. Panthers arriving. Achtung, Achtung, Panzermarsch. And the Sherman quickly beats a haste retreat, as desperately tries to get beyond the grasp of the Panthers.
Forward supply lines are broken.
More airborne dropping on, although might have been an idea to drop in some anti-tank guns, I think. More mines being spotted by that Schwimmwagen. And I fear the Sherman is going to get knocked out. It's exposing its rear, plus the Panthers are there, although airborne are doing their best with the recoilless rifles to hold them back. Assault rifle equipped Panzergrenadiers moving in. Definitely not looking very good for the Americans in this very moment. Sherman moves up. Oh, misses. It misses the Panzergrenadiers. That could have done well. And it misses again, not really doing well at all. And Panther moves in. Oh dear, one more shot and the Sherman will be brewed up, I fear. Veteran D2 though for these airborne. Small comfort, but the Sherman is a wreck. And Panthers retreating, although with these many recoilless rifles, including some Veteran G2, they could be in for a slight problem. Well, there we go, a bit of defensive veterancy to make it harder for the recoilless rifle rounds to actually penetrate the frontal armor. So, of course, the airborne would actually want to sort of hit the flank. More defensive veterancy. A lot of Panzer League players like to go for defensive veterancy to actually make it harder to sort of deal damage to them and, of course, make them tougher. Panzergun is hitting from the flank, slowing down the airborne, although, of course, a grenade could do some damage. Oh, a strafing! Oh, my goodness! 6 Panzergrenadiers lost just right there with one strafing run. Absolutely devastating. Quite bloody. In fact, even lost a BAR he had secured.
Kampfgruppe Leer can now deploy sector artillery to strike fear to the heart.
28th Infantry not really doing too well at the moment. Riflemen pushing up there though against the Schwimmwagen and some Panzergrenadiers with assault rifles firing away from the brush. Oh, grenade! One down, Veteran D2 for these riflemen. Panzergrenadiers. Oh my goodness, they're just getting slaughtered now. Booby trap again goes off. And no incendiary traps. Looks like we are seeing expert repairs and expert upgrade, I'd say. Allows much faster repair by the Panzergrenadiers. In fact, some of the fastest in the game, which is quite excellent. Panther moves in against the Riflemen. So they are quickly taking victory points. And again, Vlad is being drained. Oh, mine hit! Panther taking heavy damage. Damaged engine. In fact, Panther is trying to hit the flank. Sticky bomb on the Panther. Airborne trying to move up. Destroyed engine, in fact. This could be the end of the Panther. Riflemen moving up to deal with the Panzergrenadiers. Mortar rounds falling. Panzergrenadiers getting forced off, getting killed, in fact. Out of control, Panther. Mortar rounds are falling, but short. Oh my goodness, veterancy free for the airborne. That actually, I believe, increases the damage they do. And a strafing run. Oh my. Sector artillery. Oh dear, so much happening all of a sudden. Several airborne down and a full retreat for Solo's troops. Interesting enough, the mortar half-track is yet to kill anyone. Fancy that.
Orders coming. Form up.
But that was definitely a bit of a blow to Vlad. Looks like also that Solo has secured himself a mortar. He could also benefit from securing a heavy machine gun to turn against the Panzergrenadiers. Booby traps. Oh, almost. Oh dear, engineers went down. But Veteran C3 airborne, very, very nasty.
We're standing by.
Definitely going to be a bit of a hazard to Vlad and his Panzer Brigade. There we go, moving up. And we are hearing American mortar rounds falling. Already one Panzergrenadier dead, trying to lay down booby traps. Another, oh, not dead, but very wounded. There we go. In fact, very close to gaining Veteran G1 already. Although, mind you, he should be a bit careful about, clumping up, in particular when he knows his opponent has sector artillery. One good hit and he's going to be very, very sorry. Very sorry. Oh dear, Vlad's actually disabling points to sort of try and protect him, since he knows he can't hold this. So he's disabling it and then booby trapping it. Not a bad idea. Very sneaky, Vlad. More airborne moving in, trying to hunt down some Panzergrenadiers. Panthers yet to be repaired though, despite having access to advanced repairs. Tisk Vlad. Oh, sector artillery again hits. Except it misses. That's sort of the problem with it. It can also be very inaccurate. But now the Panthers running into problems. Lots of airborne moving in. One more hit could be the end of it. Panzer was trying to do their best. No, they could have fired up, but no. And then we got grenades. Still grenades on the Panzer Grenadiers. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Looks like they will make it out of there, but just barely. Definitely not Vlad's lucky day. And more booby traps right here in the east. In fact, he's booby trapping an awful lot. Booby trapping. And there we go, another oh my goodness. Oh my. Bloody hell. Just so much time to. Goodness gracious, just get out of there, Solo. Get out of there. It's a trap. I mean, that booby trap really took out a lot. Absolutely insane. And that sector artillery didn't help either. But my goodness. I don't think I've seen a booby trap do that much damage. Nasty. But finally repairing the Panther. About bloody time, Vlad. We are seeing the mortar half-track pulling up. And there certainly were quite a lot of variants on the infantry half-track for the Germans. Rather moving up, could be screwing that B out. There we go. A grenade would be a nice choice, I think. Ooh, sector artillery. Oh, not really doing anything right there. Quite lucky. No supplier upgrades though for playing solo. Come on. Supplier upgrades are vital. Vital, I say. And of course the medic station will also help you, I think.
We have secured the target. Go ahead, sir. Ready to move.
Mortar getting pushed away. He's still not attempted using any of his machine guns to sort of stop the Panzergrenadier advance, I fear. And the riflemen are charging in. Strafing round stops the rear line, leaving behind only one squad to actually hold everything. And we are seeing grenade on the Gewehr 43 equipped. On the others. And I fear one squad actually went down. The Panzer Brigade are taking heavy losses, but the mortar and the Panther are doing what they can. It looks like we are seeing a Hummel being called in. Clearly support from some other division or from core support. Who knows? What are these airborne doing? There we go. Panzergrenadier got absolutely gipped by this airborne. Looks like they're trying to move in to deal with something here. No, the assault grenadiers doing some damage to these airborne. What will the airborne do? Oh dear, don't repair, you're getting attacked. You're getting attacked, gentlemen. Oh dear, what a mess, what a mess. Grenade goes off, but does very little to these Panzergrenadiers now. It looks like the airborne are helping a bit with the recoilless rifles. And finally the Panzergrenadiers were pushed off with heavy losses. Hummel has yet to sort of place up and fire away. But there we go.
The enemy has moved against one of Germany's victory points.
And there we go. Lots of artillery trying to hit these riflemen, trying to repair. Doing his absolutely best to harass his opponent, make it much harder. Although, of course, the opponent is not giving up. Solo is still doing quite much to frustrate the Panzer Brigade. But still, no supply upgrades. Not really good. Although a bombing run could do some damage if timed properly. Right here, for example. Right along this axis.
The enemy is after our victory point.
And there we go. 2 Panzergrenadiers down. Panther heavily damaged. Now he just needs to follow up on this assault quickly. Schnell, schnell.
Sector being captured.
Get your kit and form up.
Supply lines are broken.
Come on, Solo. Attack. Attack while you still can. While the damage is still there. Ooh. And there we go. Veteran 1 for the mortar. Oh, he disabled another point. Vlad, you cheeky sword. And sector to the right on the Veteran 3 airborne. They need to get out of there. Rückzug. Come on, just leave it. It's a trap.
Lost a unit. They're all dead.
Sounds like he lost. Oh dear, he lost an airborne squad to a booby trap. Oh no. Not really doing too well for Solo all of a sudden. The losses he's taking are humongous, and now his base is actually getting hammered by German heavy artillery.
Unit down.
But looks like he managed to kill something. Probably a Panzer Grenadier squad.
Orders, sir.
But he definitely needs reinforcements. He needs more troops on the field.
Paratroopers on point.
He might also want to pull that mortar up a bit further. Right, though clearly it's not beaten either, charging in. Looks like though he's only down to assault rifles, in fact.
Hitting one of our forward emplacements, trying to take our territory.
Panzer Grenadiers took pretty nasty losses to this, but Mortar 5 of course adds
We have a
in.
secured sector under attack.
Airborne, ready for duty.
And I see a strafing run, but where? Oh, right here on these, trying to attack the observation post. Airborne moving in. Still looks like no replacement troops or attempt at a supply upgrade.
Take our territory.
Come on, Solo. It's for your own best, your own good.
They're hitting one of our forward.
Going in after the Panther. They can't seem to get it. And there we go, another sector artillery, forcing the Allies to pull out. But we're seeing a sticker bomb as well on the mortar half-tack. He could go in after it. He could go in after it. Follow up, follow up. No, he's retreating.
We have a secured sector
Oh.
under attack.
A missed opportunity there, I think.
Ready to fight, sir.
These riflemen are not doing too well either.
They're hitting one of our forward.
Generally
bases under
heavy
attack.
losses for the Americans. The 28th are really getting torn to bits, and he's not trying to sort of help it
Munitions point
too
under
much.
attack.
I fear.
They're hitting one of our forward emplacements, trying to take our territory.
Is he trying to get more airborne with the recoilless rifle to deal with the armor, or what is he trying to do?
We have a secured sector under attack. Front lines are collapsing.
And a grenade on the Panzer.
They're hitting one of our forward enemy units.
And there we go, Panzer Grenadier squad down. Mortar firing away. Could it be getting these Panzer Grenadiers? And this observation post is not doing too well either. Artillery against the American
Yeah,
base.
secured sector under attack.
Airborne here.
And again disabling the point. Vlad, you fiend.
They're hitting one of our forward emplacements, trying to take
Doing his best to ensure he doesn't lose. By victory point, he essentially disables the points he can't hold. Certainly not a bad tactic, certainly a very sneaky one.
Trying to take our territory. We're down to 300 points.
Panther getting assaulted by the airborne. And now this could be the end for these Panzergrenadiers. Yeah, there we go. Pushed off. Coming under fire while repairing the point. Just deal with the Panzergrenadiers solo. The Panzergrenadiers. Oh dear, Solo, what are you doing? There we go, retreating, but simply she should have been able to just repair it. Oh, he could be losing. Oh, Vlad lost another Panzergrenadier squad. His Panzergrenadiers are just getting... Oh dear, the mortar went down as well. It looks like he finally trained some fresh riflemen. What are you doing, Solo? Keep an eye on your troops.
Rifle squad defending.
Booby traps going off. Surprisingly, looks like victory point will win in, and that of course now is the only one, which is usable, and it's in the hand of the Americans, which is thus a bit of a problem for Vlad.
Listen up, rifle squad.
Well, we are seeing a bit of harm of fire against this far away point.
We got enemy troop movement.
Blowing up some barrel factories, but nothing else. The airborne at the same time getting pushed off. More artillery, possibly some sector artillery.
Victory point.
I've never seen that part of the building before. Interesting.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off.
Interesting. And a strafing run, I think. Was it a bombing run? Or just a reconnaissance run? But looks like another victory point will soon be his. Oh, another booby trap. Careful, Solo.
Give me a rifle, 1 pound, and
Nope.
we'll be in Berlin.
4 men down instantly. 5 men.
Airborne.
Again, now he's floating resources. Come on, get a supplier upgrade. Get some troops. Get some boots on the ground.
Rifle squad has the objective.
Hummel with 2 kills. What a waste. But now we are seeing both victory points on the edges once more in the hands of the American commander, and the 28th Infantry Division, the 107th Panzer Brigade, shall be needed to quickly counterattack. Oh dear, these riflemen need to retreat! Retreat! Oh dear, why didn't he just retreat them in the first place? Instead he just got them mowed down. He might have tried to time for a strafing run, but really, was it worth it? No. Airborne getting attacked. Grenades against the Panzergrenadiers. Riflemen are moving in to deal with the forces of Vlad. But not Impale. Looks like a Panther arrives. Fully repaired, ready to take on. And looks like we're seeing fresh airborne getting called in.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
And again, oh! Bloody hell, he grenaded his own troops.
Enemy unit down.
Oh, looks like he lost the Panzer Grenadiers over here before they were able to even take or disable the point. Excellent. Except for Vlad, who just lost his assault grenadiers.
Losing ground out there.
Both sides are rather flat at the moment. They are both taking extremely heavy losses.
Back at full fighting strength. One less point for the fucking Huns.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off.
And booby track that victory point again.
Airborne has hit the field. No fear.
And firing away artillery at the American base. That tank, even though hasn't really seen much use.
Front lines are collapsing.
A bit unfortunate.
Yes, sir. We're losing them as fast as we're getting them.
But let us return to Vlad. This time around, avoiding booby traps. Excellent. Well, Solo is. But dual veterancy for this. Panther giving it machine gunner. More strafing runs. Oh, nasty damage, but again another point disabled. And just disabling. Absolutely scorched earth right here from Vlad. No mercy.
Taking fire from enemy infantry.
A full-out assault on these airborne. Oh dear, chewing them up utterly. But playing Solo is meeting it with fresh forces. A grenade right in the path could do well. Perhaps around here. You know, a grenade in the path for the charging. There we go, grenade. And there we go. One man went down, taking heavy damage all in all. Panther though moves in and saves the day and the few remaining Panzergrenadiers. While the American commander loses time on trying to just repair those points.
Ready to move. Task complete.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Oh dear, lots of artillery. So much artillery, in fact. Dear oh dear. His veterancy 3 airborne are still there, but it's bloody close there aren't.
Hummels are now available for deployment.
Looks like a second Hummel has arrived. More heavy artillery to support the brigade. And blow out the Americans from their little holes. Damaged engine on the Panther. 7 kills though. Oh dear, these riflemen are not. Oh dear, another rifleman squad down for Solo. Quite tragic, I fear. Rifleman though. Ooh, Panzer getting grenaded. Ooh, getting chewed up. Oh, utterly annihilated again. Vlad is definitely also taking some losses in the infantry department, but he does have more artillery to use against the Americans. And that's definitely the larger advantage generally, though, that Vlad has been able to keep his units more alive than his opponent. And some very nasty artillery fire doing quite a bit of damage to the forces of Solo. Ooh, veterancy 3 riflemen. That's really going to make it difficult for Vlad to advance. But down to 88 points for Vlad. While his opponent actually holds close to 300 victory points.
Mission complete. The location is secured. Victory point captured. Reinforcements ready for deployment.
Down to 5 infantry squads, so that's sort of what it's been at most of the time. Still no medic stations, and I fear still no supply yard upgrade. Come on, Solo, all the cool kits do it. It means your riflemen gain veterancy fast, and of course also means you get more manpower in the longer run. Now meanwhile, Vlad is just disabling more points, because he can.
Mission complete.
Looks like we'll be seeing a larger engagement right here. As the riflemen charge in, Panzers immediately are subjected to heavy fire. Where's the support? There we go. Out of firing right into it. Missing heroically. Panzer is getting forced away. More artillery adds in. And even sector artillery on the Americans. Booby traps going off once more. And looks like the second wave of the counterattack now. Panzer supported by Panthers moving in. Sector artillery goes off again, but this time too late. Also, note sector artillery actually works on line of sight, so if you don't have line of sight, it doesn't work. But of course, as soon as you move in to sort of give some line of sight, it actually becomes effective again. So, you know, a very important little detail. So when these Panzergrenadiers and the Panthers moved in, it suddenly became a lot more dangerous for the Americans. But again, they haven't quite been able to sort of drain him. Going for this victory point now. Let's just speed this up a bit.
Squad has secured the victory point. Ready to redeploy.
Well, not bad. I mean, 2 versus 2. Level 16 is not exactly a complete novice. Usually means you have grasped at some of the concept. A lot of the concepts. There we go, though. Charging in. Oh my goodness! So much artillery! Utterly devastating. That Veterans Free Rifleman squad in seconds. Absolutely madness. And a satchel charge on the Hummel. Oh dear, Hummel went down. Veteran 2 for the airborne. Veteran 1 for the riflemen as they move in. Well, that was quite bloody. Said mildly. But I think Solo has actually lost an infantry squad. No, wait, it's there. It's the Veterans Free Airborne. They're caught on their own. Oh dear, retreat. Retreat, Solo. They can't win the fight for you. Not without proper support, and sadly you don't seem to have that. So let's speed up again. This is rather getting a bit longer than I'm comfortable with, I think. Additional Panther battle group moving in. Panzergrenadiers, Panther moving in. Sturzdorf rather leveled. Devastated. Still a battlefield. Sticky bombs on the Panthers as they arrive. Dual sticky bombs, damaging the engine, could even be destroying it. Oh, artillery flying in! Half health for the Panther. Absolute carnage. Veterans Free Rifle getting forced away. And I think he actually lost an airborne squad there. I know they've snuck in here trying to deal with the victory points right there. Again, trying to secure the victory points again. The scorched earth tactics are really working out well for Vlad. Let's return once more to Solo a bit. Again, 5 units, not a lot else. Still no supplied upgrades. Thus not getting a lot of manpower. Oh dear, these getting absolutely hammered. Retreat. Quite insane. And I fear these riflemen will not be making it home for dinner. And this looks to be it. Despite their best attempts, the 28th Infantry Division and with airborne support have been defeated. The Panzer Brigade won. GG, there we go. A victory for the 107th Panzer Brigade, and won what won Vlad the fight. I mean, the American was pretty strong in the beginning, really had the victory point advantage, but it was essentially Vlad's ability to use booby traps, incendiary traps, and incendiary grenades extremely well. I mean, by disabling points, he was really able to sort of focus the points into what worked for him, and rather narrow in the field. More specifically also the fight, because I mean, yes, he could of course repair the victory points, but that would take some time. In the meanwhile, victory points would tick down, so he would essentially force his opponent to attack him there. I mean, Vlad was rather good at, controlling the battlefield, and also here, combining incendiary traps and booby traps. Excellent, clever, very clever. So I mean, overall, a pretty great strategy. No use of just spamming armor cars. I mean, also some depth. And with the Panther to sort of take on any sort of heavier targets, he was rather well set, so there you go. Although, of course, he did suffer some losses, and if Solar perhaps had gone for some supplied upgrades on American Station, things might have also looked a lot more different. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends, and if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own. This is Impel Dane saying cheers.